Hello and welcome to today's episode of Law and Ordinary People. Please remember that this is general legal advice. It's not intended to be relied on, and if you have a specific query, you should talk to your solicitor about it. So today's question comes in from Jamie. Jamie says, "Hi Brid, is it true that a contract has to be in writing? Because I was wondering whether verbal contracts can be enforced." Jamie, I love that question so much because people don't realise contracts are everywhere. They're all around us. Contracts make the world go round. They are literally everywhere, and they are verbal, they're written, they're even assumed sometimes. Sometimes they come just by practice. So everything relies on contracts. To have a proper contract, you'll actually always find, and you'll be able to work out, that there is something called an invitation to treat, which is someone offering to make an offer, which is pretty straightforward, acceptance of that offer, and then consideration, which is money or money's worth. Something passes for the benefit of the contract. There also needs to be intention to create legal relations. So if you're in like a social setting or someone's drinking or you're saying you'll give someone a lift somewhere, there's probably not a contract because you would assume there's no intention to create legal relations. But generally, as long as you have all those other things, there is a contract. Think, for example, of you in a shop. If you see a drink on sale, like a bottle of wine, for €10, it being there with its tag that says €10 doesn't suggest it's just a random bottle of wine. It suggests it's for free. So that's the invitation to treat. You bringing it up to the counter is you offering the money is your offer. Them taking the money off you is the acceptance. The consideration is the money, because that's quite straightforward, and you're in a shop setting, so there's intention to create legal relations. But I mean, it happens with all sorts of things. It doesn't need to be in writing, because verbal contracts, if they weren't capable of being contracts, well, the world wouldn't go round. Some things do need to be in writing. That's like contracts for sale of property, for intellectual property, for things that go over a year in duration. There's a few things that do need to be in writing, but in general, verbal contracts are okay for 99% of things. I hope that answers your question. Don't worry about having to keep a copy of it or anything, not relevant. If anyone else has any queries they'd like answered, feel free to send your question through to bridhaffernan@fecttv.com or to Facebook or tweet us.